Lesaur, Slukas. Slukas weaving his way inside, lost the handle on it. Back to Osman, had to pick it up off the new alley before, and then he knocked it down. Offensive rebound, like a hot potato, and the runway opens up for the Turk to take flight. None, well, he's playing basketball on ice with Carson Edwards, sending him slipping and sliding. Can't get it to fall this time, only his second miss of the game. Carson Edwards, look at the strong attack. And so too another 16 or 17,000. Wacho, Hernan Gomez. Yamadar, Footman, lovely play, and Brankovic throws it down. Lorenzo Brown, just an ultra-efficient playmaker, and he'll knock down a shot as well. Remember, they only took 4 three-point attempts in the first half. And an outside shot for Bayern, a rare one. Yamadar, the go-to guy now, with the ball in his hands, finds Boca, who puts it in, and Bayern are back within 5. Didn't play in that win against Real Madrid last week. Yamadar, the 23-year-old guard, making the difference for Bayern tonight, but Duran Grant fouled on the three-point shot. So Brown, so cool with the ball in his hands. Juancho, so cool with the up fake and the sidestep and the three-point shot. So many players doing a little bit of everything. Look out! Oh my goodness! And they want one more score if their team can. Duran Grant will oblige. And Panathinaikos will win it by 15.
Heavey, can he make... Oh, my heavens! Nadir Heavey makes it rain! Brown. Yeah, just picture-perfect basketball from Panathinaikos. Shorts now with the mismatch. Is he going to go to work here on Yurtseven? You can see the help defenders trying to help out. Short, stop and pop. Bingo! TJ Shorts, the timeout from Coach Ataman. As yet undefeated 2-0. Heafy lets it fly. Oh, Mutia! Crowned the Olympic champions this summer. Colin Malcolm and Enzo Shotvan Ward. Will it count? Ty Shorts with the finger roll finish. Oh, TJ Shorts. None. That's tough. Kendrick, no, it's just tough. There's a line on him. Oh, Shorts, inside-out dribble. Got it. The little leaner from TJ Shorts. Hernan Gomez with a three. Got it. None. The heaving hope is on the way. And can you believe it? One.
Shot blocked.
Good close out by Musa. Great break here. Abalde kicks. Beautiful basketball from Los Blancos, and it's a three from Musa.
Gonzalez shows confidence there, taking on the saw, but then he went back to his 18-year-old self and decided to try to lay it up.
Hernan Gomez strings the three.
The 4 and 5 position of Panathinaikos.
Nunn. Oh, what a finish from Kendrick Nunn as he goes at the all-time leading shot blocker. Good movement by Grant. A really good inside-out play by Nunn and Grant. Wow. And Nunn sticks it.
Panathinaikos have just stayed patient. They've improved defensively as the game has gone on.
Here's Abalde in the corner.
I've only seen him get scored on. You know, he's got to figure out the rotation, feel what the fives are that he can play with. Offensive rebound. Panathinaikos look dead on their feet right now. Oh, what a play.
Campazzo can't convert. A missed layup as Lesaur's on the floor for. He's open going to the basket. There it is! Matthias Lesaur right down Broadway. Yui. So easy. Grant with what could be the last score to tip in from Panathinaikos. And Real Madrid are going to win this one at home.
They've
Played a few games in the domestic season. Well, Grant might have got away with a little tug, but Jerry and Grant lays it up and in. A live ball turnover leads to 2. Mays' first attempt, no good. Osman looks to break. Is he going to go coast to coast? Jenny Osman! There is a din of whistles and boos here. Nunn steps into a 3. That'll silence him! Cross-court court. Pass to Bogdanovic, and Bogdanovic threads it. They got run out of Paris. Slukas perfectly measures. Try to get here now. Less than 10 to play in the first half. Nunn to the window. Kendrick Nunn got it! And great hustle from Grant, who dispossesses his former college teammate, Slukas. Well, Hall and Bogdanovic on the floor for coach Jesse Kavicius. Baldwin turns the corner on a 3. Some trouble with fouls. He has 3. Slukas in space. Kostas Slukas! What a big 3! Bogdanovic, he's got no conscience! Tarek Bogdanovic without a conscience! Devin Hall. Can you believe it? Fenerbahce haven't had the lead since the first quarter. Slukas kicks. Brown fires. Got it. The 2 Americans going at it. One-on-one. Slukas rises. Slukas! Kostas Slukas, who used to wear the blue and yellow of Fenerbahce. Potentially breaking hearts right here. Slukas keeps the ball in his hands. Slides it to Lesor. Lesor, shot clock running down. Goes at Melly. Got it! Lesor with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. As Panathinaikos, after a tough week last week where they lost in Paris.
Kendrick Nunn picking up right where he left off in the postseason and hanging it high for Omer Yurt, 7 to soar. 13.6 points per game so efficiently. And leading the league in rebounds. Swancho looking to show he can shoot, and he surely can. It's more than 1 a minute by some distance. Lorenzo Brown turning it on, digging into his bag of tricks and dazzling the defense at the finish to the first. Turnover Asvel, 2 in quick succession for them. Papa Petru's at it again, and Lesor can't put it in. A little too heavy. And free. Outside shot. Kendrick Nunn. Jai to the far side. And they get one with the touch-tight defense. It's his first of this evening on his 3rd attempt, but it's cancelled out straight away. If Grant doesn't get you, Brown will. And this time, it's Kendrick Nunn. The Lightning on defense and the Thunder on offense. Shot clock down to the final 3. And it's good. 3-point shot is good for Schofield. More than twice as much. Antetokounmpo checking his opponent into the highlight reel hotel. Asvel with a 3. Far too little, far too late. And Panathinaikos back home.
Paris during the summer as the ball deflected and picked off, and Powell coming forward with numbers, wide open for the dunk. Front court, Miller McIntyre to Nedovic. Set up for Miller McIntyre for 3, got it! Trailed for most of this first quarter, certainly since it was 7-7. That pass inside, that's a high percentage shot for Lesor. And the Greens back within 1. Aha, Kanan finds some more space and buries another triple. Kanan 3 of 3 from the field, all of them from deep. It's from the elbow. Grant the response and 1. Turnover. Teodosic for 3. Yes. Nedovic has to fire up again. The high shot, it goes down. Round trap, it finds Lesor. Open man is Slukas. He misses, but the follow-up dunk from Recapᴴᴰ Gomez. 2-0 back on the floor with his 3 fouls. And Lesor in for the dunk. Brown gets the screen from Recapᴴᴰ Gomez, and Brown left alone. 11 points tonight for Jerian Grant. Yago for 3, he makes it rain. Mitoglou back to Slukas, 4 on the shot clock. He pulls up for 3 and hits. Slukas gets a screen from Mitoglou. Mitoglou for 3. Yes! He's got to hurry. The shot from Petrusev. Yes! For Zvezda! Nunn for Powell. Nunn spins, twists, cannot score, gets the putback up and in. Here it is, Teodosic for 3. Off the mark, and it's out of bounds off the fingertip of Kanan. And Nunn makes the next one. That's it. Panathinaikos rallying in the 4th quarter.
Defensive excellence. Fournier has been up and down, goes up and knocks down the shot over the top of Jerian Grant.
He needs rhythm, you know, in his confidence, and this kind of shot are not going to help him.
Here's your 7. A dunk on Derby Day. McKissick and Peters in the game for the first time for Olympiacos. Demonstrates their strength in depth. Milutinov beats 2. Slukas lean forward 3. Lineups for different passages of the game. They've actually been a bad second half team this season, Olympiacos, so that will give Panathinaikos some encouragement, and so too will that. Grant bringing foul out to the perimeter. Recapᴴᴰ Gomez feeling it.
He's feeling it.
And so too is the Oaxaca. Far side, right in front of Ergin. Ataman, it rolls out into the hands of Milutinov again. His 5th offensive rebound. And Sasha Vezenkov will knock it down from deep. Turnover counts. And there's another.
He's everywhere tonight.
Recapᴴᴰ Gomez tonight on the chase back, but Nunn will pick up the pieces. Comes with around 3 minutes to play. A cauldron of whistles and boos raining down on Fournier. The Green Fortress has fallen to the red rivals tonight. Olympiacos. Maccabi, the first possession, and straight up to set the tone. Recapᴴᴰ. Nunn coming away off the curl past Recapᴴᴰ. It's the switch onto Gabriel, a mobile big man, an excellent shot blocker. Nunn fires the 3 over the top of him and drops it over the big centre. Gets it back from Mitoglou. 5 on the shot clock. Kendrick Nunn up against Jalen Hordes, doing his best to stick with him, but very few in this quarter. And here they go again. Slukas looking left and right, finds Mitoglou, who will throw it down. Harassed by Nunn again. Sorkin will shoot the 3 this time, and he puts it in. Grant picking up 2 early fouls, didn't pick up the 3rd. He's free to play hard now in the 3rd quarter. And there's one from Maccabi. And in transition, Lorenzo Brown. The basket behind which Gate 13 is stationed and going crazy right now. Randolph down the baseline. Recapᴴᴰ will try and shut down the noise. This time passes back, gets it on the block, one-on-one with Gabriel, spinning again, bumping bodies. How about the block from Gabriel? But the tenacity in retaliation from Lesor and the Oaxaca remotes. As he was in the derby on Friday. A back-to-back Greek League. Seen too much of him. Kalaitzakis. Osman again. Shoots it over the top of Sorkin and hits it. But it's certainly an important one here in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, where every game matters. Kendrick Nunn for the tie. Grant gets it back from Lesor. Grant, long range 2, fouled and puts it in. Looking to kill them off a game perhaps. This time the ball movement. Recapᴴᴰ Gomez this season has become the man. And Panathinaikos come from a double-digit deficit to avoid their first back-to-back home defeats under Ergin Ataman. Saw Watson against Schengelia. Grant doesn't give it to him, crosses over into the paint, kicks it out the other way. Panathinaikos only 47% from two as well. He's much better than that, Will Clyburn. And Lesaur goes up to rock the rack for the first time. Nitoglu to Nunn. Nunn putting all the moves on Diouf. Well, he's not a passer. It's a turnover with 5 seconds for Bologna to work. And Clyburn! A couple of seasons ago to return to the top-tier EuroLeague for the first time in a long time. That is the special connection for Pau. To that hot streak on the outside for Panathinaikos. Slukas to Grant. On the flyby, sends Paola into the front row. Year 7 knocked down the first of his EuroLeague career, and Kostas Slukas Hackett into the lane, passes out, Clyburn got it! Provides a twist. A team that haven't shown enough fight this season, they certainly are doing now, but can Virtus Bologna bring about another? Yes, they do! Nunn. Long range two, he's back in business. To the city of Bologna, he says. Lesaur got the freedom of the paint. But this one, between these two classic clubs, will go right down to the wire. Grant trying to put the moves on Schengelia, and he hits it to make the difference with his offense. Slips it in, and Lesaur finishes on the reverse. And he misses, but Juancho Hernan Gomez, the hustle to win it.
Oh, splits the double team. Oh my goodness! Bloody Walker! Well, how does Panathinaikos answer that? They go to Kendrick Nunn with a step back, left-handed. Walker just blows around. Oh! And it's the Lonnie Walker show. Slukas with two cross court of a Petru. Lots inside to his big man. Nice baseline pass, and Matoglu. Walker left open. Kalenzakis. Got to be careful. He's playing with 3 fouls and gets away with a travel. And there yet 7 again. Panathinaikos would love to go in trailing by less than 10. And that's where they are right now, as none. Zalgiris hesitant. Panathinaikos playing with confidence. Graitis with the shot clock running down. Finds Smailagic. Smailagic drives, kicks it down. You got to shoot the ball. Or pass it to an open Egras Alanovas. Under 2 minutes left. Panathinaikos have only scored 7 points. As Silvan Franciscos does his 4th quarter heroics once more. They're going to get the win. As Nunn throws the half-court heave up.
Race to the rebound, James going behind the spine, looking for the diamond. Diallo darts to detonate the dunk. James has only taken 2 shots, but he's passing the ball to everybody. Now 6 assists for Mike James. Lesaur, a couple of seasons ago, turnover. Diallo, nobody's going to catch him. With his first field goal, now has 3 points. Monaco by those 2. Lesaur will take it at pace and with power. Slukas clearly might have to play long minutes tonight. Kostas Slukas in this second half. The wriggle and then the rock of the rack. Swipe couldn't foul. Brown corner 3 off. Lesaur offensive rebound. A 7-1 count in their favour now. Back out. Juancho rediscovers his range. Rabbit crushing the boards, crushing into his own teammate. Now a 3-on-2 in transition. Hearing so many boos from this sold-out crowd of over 18,000. Okobo passes on. Jordan Lloyd knocks it down. Surely for the W. And he misses. Tip back. Long rebound, Monaco. And Kill Bill has killed the Owaka atmosphere. A Spanoulis special. Now the assistant to Ergin Ataman stressed before the game that the players did not do enough. He fouled out in that game in around 11 or 12 minutes of action, but did plenty of good things within that limited time. Here he is now, dragged back, and the three, Juan Nunez. Too heavy on the two. Billy Hernan Gomez, offensive rebound, three-point shot. Justin Anderson is good. Kendrick Nunn running through traffic. Lorenzo Brown wide open, knocks down another. Kendrick Nunn, if anybody can do it, it's him, and he does! None better. Slukas forced away by Para, found Nunn for the more orthodox triple. Still yet to score, he's only taken the one shot in 12.5 minutes. Satoransky goes through the gears, and a free pass through the paint. The pass was shorter to Grant. Nunn, the free man in transition, passes up the triple, gets into the lane and puts it in. Double digits in the first half. The lead, the man who beat the buzzer from centre court at the end of one. Now looking to take on Vesely, tough one, and he got that one as well. Fans adamant there was a foul, no call. And in transition, the triple. Nunez. Abrines coming away on the curl and hitting another outside shot. And 9 points in the period for Alex Abrines. He's put a disappointing El Clasico behind him. Mitoglu knocks down the three. And an influence in his 9.5 minutes. Here's Nunn. Catch me if you can. 100% each and every night. Otherwise, you will be punished. Here in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Mitoglu with pressure mounting. Showing he's still got it, having had his role reduced this season. Parker hanging and hitting and answering back. Trying to get Nunn past him, still got back to contest the shot. Forced Abrines to adjust it, but Punter for the tie. Kevin Punter. Panathinaikos force passer towards the end of this one, as they're trying to do with Lesor. There's the Lightning on defense, and there's the Thunder on offense. Achilles heel bathed in the River Styx without the timeout. Parker to Nunez. Nunez, well, he threw the quarterback pass. At least it looked like when there was no time to do so. He's asking for a foul. He's running straight to the officials, Juan Nunez.
Another turnover for Panathinaikos. Pass ahead, Koprivnica! Right down Broadway. Slukas to Lesor. And Lesor! Juancho off the pass from Slukas. Got it. Slukas, let's fly. Got it. That's what 2 offensive rebounds get you. 2 for 2 from behind the rainbow. He's got 3 free throws as well. Jones down the lane and got it. Bonga in the open floor. Hits the trailer. Extra pass to Marinkovic in the corner. 6 seconds. Marinkovic comes back. He's got the hot hand. Vanya Marinkovic. Uh-oh. Hang on to your hat. Matthias Lesor goes right down Broadway. Jones. Partizan, step back shot. That's tough. That's just tough. As we hit the midway mark, a 21-point game, Kendrick Nunn says, hey, we got something to say still. Washington in the lane, got it. That's a big basket from Dwayne Washington. Carlik Jones with an alley-oop. Partizan win at home. As the man.
First possession for Efes. And Boyer, the freedom of the paint. 8 at Efes is 10, and they lead by 8. Juancho, the up fake and the drive. Efficient and effective in a smaller role at Panathinaikos, having been an all-EuroLeague of the last 2 seasons at Maccabi. Bryant fast down the floor. Up high. 0-2. Brown out to Papapetru. Lesaur. Lorenzo Brown back to Lesaur. Intensity from the defense, but nice ball movement from the offense. Thompson up high. Poirier back with a bang. Third period. Tough shot made by Osborne. Players from the back-to-back championship winning team under Ergin Ataman. Not the homecoming to Istanbul that their former coach wanted tonight. And what a play to beat the buzzer. Giving up the offensive rebound off the missed free throw. Beauvoir. And they still can't protect their backboard. Ergin Ataman has gone deep into his bench. Dismantling his former mentor. And the Ataman empire crumbling here in Turkey. Kendrick Nunn through the legs, the ankle breaker. And inevitably, he answers all of the critics. As they score the first 9 points, and Ledet, the league leader in three-point shooting, is off for Milan. Oh, Kendrick Nunn sending Siobhan Shields down and getting the Owaka up on their feet. 3 of 3 from downtown in the first 5 minutes. It's Nunn from distance this time, short that time. How about the hustle from Juancho on the flying follow? Kendrick Nunn, 5 of 6 from downtown. Pass Mirotic, elevates, knocks down another. Lucas to Lesaur. Can anybody stop him? Passes out, wide open 3. Nunn has 26. Mirotic shifts it on, passes up the open 3. Maybe Kendrick Nunn will have to stay on the floor for a while after all. Back out, Slukas, the captain, to kill the comeback before it's barely begun. Tries to help him get free, guarded by Mannion. Kendrick Nunn onto the interior, the footwork, the step-through move. The finger roll falls. 57-92 split. Slukas had the arc on it to reach Grant. Panathinaikos do a good job of racing back with their transition defense. Ledet down the baseline. Check the EuroLeague. Kendrick Nunn up against Kozer, putting all the moves. Slukas with 4 minutes to play here. 6 rebounds now for Nunn to go along with the career-high 35 points. Yurt 7, will he shoot the three-point shot? He will! Down the floor. Milan will look for one more score, and another block instead from Samodorov. They will swamp the teenager at the final buzzer. Duran Grant, one of the best backcourt defenders on the continent. He's been fine from 2 and from the foul line. He's facilitating well. Nunn the miss, Lesaur the offensive rebound, and he rises to rock the rack. He shot 35% last season. Juancho Hernan Gomez. He said he was targeting a 30-point game, now he's targeting a 40-point game, and here he goes again, and he knocks it down once more. We're witnessing something special. Kalaitzakis, a block from behind, and slicing and dicing the defense and ending up. Cancels out Mitoglu's 3 on Panathinaikos' last score. Brown on the bounce. Jetty Osman not shy to shoot it. Good defense from Dante Hall. Bats it away from Lesaur. Saved by Grant on the sideline with time to spare. Kalaitzakis bursting down the baseline. Oh my goodness! Rob Kavopoulos. Ball, the handoff. Howard, they could really do with this. Nunn going to work with Lesaur again. Elevates and knocks it down, and Panathinaikos continue to rekindle their flame in this Olympic temple. It's a good job for Panathinaikos that they're comfortable in terms of the scoreline at this stage. Kendrick Nunn for 3. Brown again has been dealing with a hamstring injury, muscle spasms. He's had his role reduced and his output limited in recent weeks. Baldwin getting in front of Brown, lobbing it high, but Kostas Antetokounmpo was there on the cover. And then he's there to rise and rock the rack at the other end. To none. Brown guarded by his opposite number, Riesta. Brown on the bounce, drags it back beyond the three-point line and nails it. Mitoglu towards the end of the shot clock. Antetokounmpo offensive rebound. Osman for three. They will upgrade and get within a whisker of the century again. For Panathinaikos, off the back of their two biggest defeats under him, come their two biggest offensive outputs under him since he took charge. What a response.
They're passing the ball well, but they're not making shots. Kostas Sloukas, the latest to miss the open jump shot. And in transition, the lob. Oh, nice jab step. Sloukas breaks free. None on the drive. The pull-up makes the mid-range two-point shot. Looking to get an open look, which he does, and converts the long two for Carson Edwards. Chased hard, and they turn it away again. None goes to the rack, the breakaway slam. None feeds Mitoglu, who drops off to Wenyen Gabriel. Panathinaikos are in a fine reign of form. Booker with the power move, drops off to Voigtman, who's fouled. Bayern struggling to get points, but not when your name is Andy Obst. But there's Kendrick Nunn. Obst has got the size to slow him down, but not to stop him from scoring. That block there from Sloukas, not least of them. But the overall team performance by either side has struggled offensively, but not Kendrick Nunn. He's heating up here. Booker rejected by Gabriel. And then he's got a technical foul and he's done. Panathinaikos now against a man-to-man defense of Bayern Munich. Grant, step back three. Oh, what a bucket! Grant feeds Mitoglu. Dino Mitoglu. And then Sloukas dials up a triple. Another MVP-like performance from him. And not a bad one from Kendrick Nunn at the SAP Garden. And it's going to be a double-digit one as Mitoglu makes the jump shot. 15 points, 8 rebounds for the power forward. And that is going to be it. He gets another rebound, one shy of a double-double.
Seven will give it back to him. It's opened up nicely here, and that's again strong from Yurt 7. Hello, hello, hello. And then Gomez looks for a three. Oh! Clyburn is going to have to do an awful lot of work himself, and just look at Kalatzakis snapping away at him, just making a nuisance of himself, but still he gets a look, and it goes again. Grant collects the rebound. Grant brings it away. Nice feed inside, and Nunn. Oh, you can't stop those. Bellinelli, hello. Panathinaikos bossing it off the boards as we would expect. Yurt 7 sends it outside. Nobody anywhere near him, and guess what? Sloukas. Yurt 7 with the release. Yurt 7's wide open again. I mean, just... Polonara against his pocket, picked by him, and Gomez, who flies through and throws it down. Where's this going to end up? Lorenzo Brown steps back, looks to unload a triple, and there it goes. See you later. Morgan will find Bellinelli. Nice feed to Grajoulis, and Grajoulis is stepping up big time in this second half. And it gives Panathinaikos some breathing room. Cordinier looking to neutralize that one, and does. Hugely impressive. Nunn's looking for more. Nunn gets more. Whenever Bologna have threatened, Panathinaikos have just stepped it up. Nunn, open, Nunn sends down another one. It's just crazy. Brown, is there more to come? Yes! After that slow start to this fourth quarter, they just took off. Well, maybe they're not going to take the foot off the pedal. No, they're not. Cedi Osman. It's another big, big offensive performance from Panathinaikos, who make it 4 wins in a row. with what turned out to be a crushing of a very game.
Davis, little drag screen for Brown, hesitates. Davis! Oh my. Grant. I beg your pardon, it's none. Wenyon Gabriel, teammate of Carleague Jones, gets his first touch. Nice pass. And Hernan Gomez with the stuff. Well, he's new to the outfit. Grant. Baseline jumper is good. He's been so steady, so composed. None. Step back three. Just playing cat and mouse. Get 10 digits on it. Great break. Papapetrou moves it on one more. Osman, great spacing. Pretty basketball from Panathinaikos. Grant. Hernan Gomez. They're just playing free. None. I think Lundberg's looking to give it up. He's looking for somebody. He'll settle for a mid-range jump shot, and that's as pure as you like. Look at the attention Nunn draws. Bullet pass inside to Recapᴴᴰ. Well, Kendrick Nunn draws all kinds of attention. He's going to try and break down Pukashevsky. Osman, step back three, got it. Lundberg between the circles. Tough pass. Mike rises. Mike drives! Isaiah Mike goes right at Hernan Gomez. Canadian Isaiah Mike. None. This third quarter without making any inroads into the deficit they were facing. Coming out of the halftime changing room, Juancho to make a pay! Juancho! Hernan Gomez! Trying to make the visitors pay. Lost. Pass ahead. Kalitzakis with the flush. Juancho, Hernan Gomez, his national team teammate. Oh, what a great pass from Jerry and Grant. That's a terrific pass from Grant. His 8th assist. That three attempt from Recapᴴᴰ is short. And Coach Obradovic can be pleased with how his team played down the stretch.
So Satoransky working the dribble. They dump it down low to Jabari Parker. Oh, that's a sweet move. Kendrick Nunn looking to put Metu on skate, step back three. Ouch. Oh my goodness.
17 points out of that young man tonight, that's for sure.
So Brizuela kicks it to Metu as Metu penetrates from the three-point line. So Lorenzo Brown just exploring his options as he swings it to Hernan Gomez, who drives, initiates contact, goes glass and gets the left-handed runner to fall. Crowded lane area into the hands of Osman, who's one-on-one with Punter, not afraid to put the ball on the floor, wheels his way into the lane and finishes with the right hand. So 3.5 minutes without a score for Panathinaikos as Kevin Punter pulls up from the perimeter and finally finds the bottom of the bucket. For FC Barcelona, after opening up 0 of 9, they went 6 of 9 in quarter number 3 as Recapᴴᴰ and Gomez with a big bucket to make it into the hands of Jabari Parker. His high school teammate from Chicago as Alex Abrines is in his home run trot as soon as he let that one fly. It's Kostas Lukas on the drive, can't find the bottom of the bucket, and that is the final action of the fourth quarter as Joan Peñarroya
Moneke rises, converts. Baskonia established their first lead of the night. Oh, what a great backdoor pass. Juancho! Howard on the floor. Good to see if you're a Baskonia fan. Watch how Marcus Howard moves without the basketball. Brown isn't even... Oh, what a great pass over the top. Kalitzakis chases it down. Papapetrou probes and converts. Who's been productive tonight with the ball in his hands. Moneke with 10. Wants to go up Papapetrou. Kicks. Luau Cabarro with the dream play. Their largest of the night. Brown rises. Got it. Osman, who's got the hot hand. Wow, making it rain. Jenny Osman. Well now, Slukas. Luau Cabarro. Oh, what a pass!
Joe! Recapᴴᴰ lets fly with a 3 to add more misery onto Panathinaikos. Brown will let fly with a 3. It won't go. And Timothée Recapᴴᴰ with the rebound.
Francisco up against Wancho. Passed him with ease. The scoop, the score with the hammer. Yet to turn the ball over. They have been shooting it superbly. Servidis, the sharpshooter, knocks it down from the foul line. Now the first double-digit lead for Žalgiris. Osman spinning in traffic and glancing off the glass. Kendrick, none for the 3, off, and they're 0 of 10. And Žalgiris are off to the races here with Lonnie Walker, who makes it a 12-point Žalgiris lead. Slipped into Mitchell, who uses his body over the course of the first 19.5 minutes to lead by 20 and to score over the half-century. Slukas, the 3, looking to take matters into the 18 attempts for Panathinaikos. Wancho, Hernan Gomez, right on cue. Drifting into the bench and draining into the bucket. By an improved Panathinaikos defense in the second half, Gabriel reels it in and puts it in. 8 points the gap. Lonnie Walker for a pressure-relieving 3. And take the final shot of the third quarter. It could be a big one if it goes. It's Giedraitis. Now Wenyon Gabriel put up a defensive ceiling, allowing Kendrick Nunn to produce his inevitable special moment here at the Oaxaca. Žalgiris are taking jab after jab right now. Nunn looking to jab again. Trying to get down the baseline. Dunstan reaching in for the foul. Oh my goodness! Locked down on their defensive glass as well. They've locked in on the offensive end. The pirouette, the poise in the paint, and wall sneakers of Matthias Lesor in that monster mode role. Wancho, Hernan Gomez for 3. And the Oaxaca remotes again. Slukas, 3-point shot. Kostas Slukas, the roll around and the reaction. He would have feared another big comeback by the opponents. Away from Walker. And how did this one get away from Žalgiris from a 17-point halftime lead?
Zach Ledé, lots of contact, no foul, working the offensive glass and getting the stick back to fall. A raucous atmosphere at the Unipol Forum here, making communication very difficult for the visiting team as Tanu hand to swipe at the basketball, but then he kept going to the opposite hash mark. Caruso leaving his feet, no-look feed. Zach Ledé bottoms the line drive 3. His run of 10 points was ended by a 5-0 burst from Panathinaikos. Oh, beautiful backdoor cuts, and Dinos Matoglu with the rim rocking. 5 on the floor to begin the second half for the home team. Bolmaro spinning, finishing, delightful. Free throws more, and then the offensive rebound gobbled up off the glass by Guglielmo Caruso once again. Siobhan Shields finally lands from long range, but how many extra shot attempts? So Slukas working on Gillespie, steps in back. Oh, this is sensational shooting. Siobhan Shields, 10 points in the game on 2 of 4 shooting from downtown. His team lead by a dozen as Wancho and Gomez. Well, the first 10-0 run came when his team were trailing before his intervention. Taking it to Dinos Matoglu, wheeling his way into the lane and finding the finish off the glass with geometric genius. Warm handshakes between the two multiple title-winning coaches in the Turkish Airlines.
He's going to have to stay very focused not to get in foul trouble.
Quick 3.
Fans involved, they want the crowd, they want to feel the power of the Green Nation.
Duran Grant, long 2, knocks it down. Panathinaikos feeling it the opening 2 minutes.
Said that Chandler for you.
Up high for Wenyon. Grant looking to post up here against McCollum, who's in the game for the first time. Draws 2, passes back. Slukas this time the contested three. He'll knock that one down as well. Vain to Mitoglu with Panathinaikos. Jagger's shot clock winding down again, suffocating Panathinaikos defense. But how about the follow from Melli?
Well, Panathinaikos playing with fire as Chandler gets the ball close to the basket and lays it in.
Kendrick Nunn. 2 hot shots in the backcourt for Panathinaikos. Nunn got free mid-range and got his geometry spot on. Shot clock winding down. I'm not sure he was aware as he turned around, then saw it and somehow banked in the surely not shot. On a night where the more orthodox triples have not dropped, the toughest one does, and so too does another from Lucas. Panathinaikos is leader. They need to turn to him again. Recapᴴᴰ, touch tight triple, and he drops it. The noise. McCollum, the marksman, puts it in and one. Spain, his lowest scoring tallies of the season so far. Only 4 points tonight. Osman, 3-point shot. Bibarovic will take it at Nunn, who can't afford to commit another foul. Leaves it to his teammates to scrap. McCollum picks up the pieces and puts it in on their 6th man. And this place is shaking right now. Slukas to blow the roof off the Green Palace. And Guduric in transition, batted back. Now Nunn is down the floor, didn't get back on defense. Kendrick Nunn. Guduric puts it on the floor. Open shooters queuing up on the perimeter. And Nigel Hayes Davis does it again. The 15th lead change of this back and forth battle of heavyweights. And Kendrick Nunn, what have you just done? McCollum slipping it in. Hayes Davis, they find the mismatch and he finishes over the top of Kalaitzakis with the extra length. Booze raining down onto Fenerbahce. McCollum, it's Hayes Davis for the win. Off right, Nunn grabs it. Is there time? The stumble at centre court. Looking to seal it from the strike. 1.1 still on the clock though. Nunn, a tough time tonight. Looking to come out on top, he misses on purpose. That one's off. And Panathinaikos will win 7 straight at home. Poked away. And Panathinaikos can run away. Recapᴴᴰ up against Dozier. Nunn penetrates the paint, bumps bodies with Poirier mid-air, showing no fear and finishing. When they beat Maccabi in a game 5 here, but at the same time they're only 2 defeats away potentially from falling out of the 7 assists now for Efes. Osman, the 3-pointer. Dozier up high. Oh my goodness. Grant, oh! Duran Grant. Dozier for 3. And there he is from the blind side. Duran Grant. The thrilling throwdown to bring the house down. Thompson threatened the 3, then threatened to go inside, then the fancy footwork to get back behind the perimeter, and he lands it. And out of the shadow of Shane Larkin tonight, there's Nunn with the now you see me, now you don't move. Feeling perhaps he had a mobility mismatch, he'll go again. Grant up fakes, Poirier not biting on all the bait, but Recapᴴᴰ into Oturu, passes out of her pack, corner 3, beautiful Efes ball movement, and they have the lead from 6 down. Schmidt's the smothering defense though, shot clock down to the final few ticks. Kostas Slukas, 3-point shot, and he drops it over the top of the lengthy defender Thompson. 13 of his 19 in this period, and here he goes again, the hot hand looking to burn this whole building down. Their offense has slowed down a bit, but Beaubois right on cue with the conversion. They've come from 11 down to take charge of this one. Nunn turning it on. Slukas, 1 more pass, 1 more assist. But what a second half performance from Panathinaikos. And in particular from Kendrick Nunn. Icing on the Oaxaca cake.
settle into man-to-man defense. Nunn. Oh, what a great feed. What a terrific feed from Nunn. Between the circles. Brown, a new addition in the offseason, the scoop and score. A little kiss off the glass. Maladon down the lane. He does. Pleiss finds Slukas, and Slukas drains it. Just click on the Game Center link to this game, and you can track the numbers as you watch the images. Meet the loop. Why not? And Panathinaikos look to break. Osman. Oh, I love this pass. Jenny Osman. Maladon, touch pass inside. Hernan Gomez. Yep, money. He's just hanging out at the three-point line. But put his heart and soul into getting this team ready with Coach Ataman. Paris Lee bangs home the three. Perfect start here. Where's the game clock? Would, for instance, keep rolling after a score. Speaking of scoring, none! A little bit of English on that one. NGI, what a rude interruption to the game. Now he's going to guard at the perimeter. Osman goes at him. Thank you. Brown now goes at NGI. Here's Grant. But that's beautiful. Now DeColo with the mismatch. The wraparound pass. Good strong hands by Black! And Tariq Black with the dunk. Ajahn Sa and Roberson, another steal. Harrison. Got it! Slukas tried to find Mitalu, couldn't do it. That's a big basket. Panathinaikos back up two. But he thought about it. Even then it goes! Ajahn Sa! FS had 5:01 coming into tonight's game. Nunn. Three. Buries it. Clinical for Panathinaikos. DeColo also approaching 500 threes in his career. Mitalu lost the handle. Swarmed. Got it! Dino Mitalu, full of emotion, pumps his fists. Or a foul. None. Did he lose it? Well, somehow he managed to hang on to it. Great job by Asvel to make it interesting down the stretch. Almost stole it.
And it just won't go down for Madrid. More than a 3-minute drought now, and off the back of that, Grant attacks and torches.
And shine like he did against Elvis. He'll do that again here tonight with a mid steal now.
He's going to shine on the fast break now! Kendrick Nunn checking multiple opponents into the Oaxaca's Highlight Reel Hotel. What a way that was for Nunn to get his first score. Having dished a couple of assists already. Deep three for Juancho, and he hits that one as well on the lap of a cameraman. And Real Madrid end up in transition with the delightful pass. He and Juancho combining for 15 of Panathinaikos' 22 points. Nunn putting all the moves on Hezonja and hitting the surely not shot.
And it might be holding him back as a player also.
Nunn, three-point shot. That one goes. Gonzalez, the teenager, back to Yui, the 37-year-old. Yui up high, and Eddie Tavares.
It sounded the only thing he had was a floater over Tavares.
Fernando, the flying freight tape. Nunn looking for Gabriel, goes the other way. Grant will fire a three, and Panathinaikos hit their 8th.
He's been non-existent so far tonight, and it hasn't been anybody defending him or not. He hasn't even looked at the basket so far.
Gabriel certainly does. Takes it at Tavares again. Passo got it by Slukas at the other end.
Got to double team him here.
Up against Mitoglu. Has the advantage. Great pass. And Hezonja
with the reverse dunk.
Nunn! He'll put the all-time leading shot blocker on a poster. Kendrick Nunn in his 12.5 minutes on court.
He's playing some good basketball down low. A couple plays he got the ball outside. He didn't need the Mitoglu now.
Back. 7 of 10 from 2, but even he's only 1 of 6 on the outside. Grant drags it back and puts it to bed. Nunn put the brakes on. And the pass, Juancho, the points, and one. The record champions teetering on the ropes of the play-in places, the current champions. Goss breathing down his neck, turns to face him, lost it. Locked up, shot clock about to expire, put up and put in. Guard against centre, risky pass picked off by Fournier. And Williams-Goss fires it in, Vezenkov with the now you see it, now you don't move. Goss by 8 to the chance for the first double-digit lead of the derby. Williams-Goss riding the turbulence, getting the bounce of the rim. Doesn't want to foul, Gabriel helped him out, and now it's Brown and Nunn out to the races, caught it and converted. They've had 18 from Sasha, 14 from Williams-Goss, 11 from Papanikolaou. Slukas, Lorenzo Brown, they just need it, Panathinaikos. They've met in 3 semi-finals in this competition previously, never in the championship game. You just wonder if this could be the year. Here's foul, the freight train down the Piraeus track and to the rack. Lorenzo Brown has other ideas. Final minute, they're down 7. Nunn, three-pointer to keep the defending champions. Still found its way to foul, he couldn't keep it though. Nunn, they don't want to foul him. Nunn taking on everybody in Olympiacos red, rebound good, and one as Mitoglu puts it in. Saban Lee, will he take the shot? Milutinov off right, Juancho, Panathinaikos have been it. Down 2. They've been down 19. Kostas, Slukas, off. Grabbed by Vildoza. And by the skin of their teeth, Olympiacos are celebrating a win, but Panathinaikos. To avoid a potential fall from the top 4, and straight away, it's Nunn in the passing lane and setting the tone. Osman caught up with it, balanced the baseline, saved it, back to Gabriel. Alba left chasing shadows, Gabriel putting it on the floor. Not the kind of move you usually see him make, but he's in the mood tonight. Panathinaikos didn't want to back down on the boards. And here he goes again! Ataman was asked the question as to whether he will be available today even. He's missed the last 7 games. And here comes Juancho. He'll work with Mitoglu. Back out. Dinos can stretch it, and he shows it. Lorenzo Brown to Juancho Hernan-Gomez. Beautiful team play from Panathinaikos as Mitoglu finishes it off. Applauded by the home fans out the Oaxaca. Wouldn't go down, but nearly an assist for the coach. Pedro Calles off the back of the timeout. And Gabriela Procida denying another in Martin Hermanson. Grant going through the gears, hit from multiple angles, and he hits the shot as here before the half. Grant has been the man attacking on the interior. Papa Petru with a hand at his face, beats Procida and beats the buzzer. Injuries behind them through the course of this season, and Wenyan Gabriel. 3 team fouls in the third. Gabriel's pass off the mark, recovered by Juancho. Deep 3, Kendrick Nunn, pinpoint precision. Nunn back in, and right back to the rack. Force Alba to play 5-on-5. Will McDowell White over the top of Wenyan Gabriel. Shot clock down to the final 5 again. Pressure, nerves right around this arena. Grant trying to shake off Procida. The drag back 3, and he drops a bomb that sees the Oaxaca explode. And Gabriel and Brown, Kalaitzakis and Grant have done that. Panathinaikos win a 10th straight home game.
And he dimes up his teammate straight away to get the bucket, Randolph, but then Gabriel, electric slam dunk for him. Gabriel gets 2 more with a power slam. Williams looking to keep his roll going, but misses the jump shot, and there's another outstanding pass. But Nunn now wants Black one-on-one, spins, looks at the clock, steps through, and converts. Williams bangs home the three. Panathinaikos seem bereft of ideas on offense, although this man always has some idea, and there he does, Kendrick Nunn. Well, a whole host of steals in this game. Juancho, and then Gomez takes it away, and then Slukas does the rest at the other end, and Coach Katash calls timeout. Winding down, looks at Black one-on-one, gets the shot away, gets the bucket, Lorenzo Brown. Jerian Grant just breezes through the defense. He wants Samadurov one-on-one, and he's going to get his wish come true. What can he do with it? Step back three, which he drills. Kendrick Nunn is needed and delivers. Nunn swings it, and then Gomez dials up another triple. He drives, he turns, he kicks, and in the end it's in the corner. The three-pointer from Lorenzo Brown. Jokubaitis fakes the pass, drives, gets the reverse layup. Matoglu answers for Panathinaikos. Step back. He said it was Kendrick Nunn time. Randolph throws it away. Brown streaking down the court, lays it home, and Coach Katash calls timeout. Nunn double team. They want it out of his hands. They get it out of his hands, and then Gomez dials up the three. Phoenix-like from the ashes, the reigning champions get the victory. Coach Ataman.
Nunn. Can he rediscover his range? Pass was too slow out to Osman, picked off. Now in transition, Nunn left on the defensive island, building up strength, hoping to get back at some point in the playoffs. Shorts, bit from behind and put it in, but he only shoots them at 32%. Quick pass out to Grant, bump and one. Jerian Grant. They're showing their character. Can they do so again here this evening? Slukas dancing with Jantunen, finishes on the reverse. Kostas Slukas on the outside, Nunn's sixth assist. He's taking on the playmaker role. TJ Shorts hits the bottom of the net. If there is to be a fight back from Panathinaikos, it's going to have to be the best of all of them this season. Kendrick Nunn to try to light the fuse on it. Swivels trapped on the baseline, found Slukas, bang! Nunn, Osman down, slips it in. Now Juancho with the hang time. Osman clattered a hard hit. He's asking the question from the official, but here come Paris. He misses the second, but they're down 4. Panathinaikos just don't foul as Juancho takes the three and hits the three. They're back within 1. Grant gets it in to Juancho's just hit his second three. The surely not shot short. Osman tried to bat it backwards. He fouled on it. Time has expired. And Paris.
And here is Alfred Diallo finding his way inside.
It's tougher than anybody else will have.
Tice for the three, showing that range and the versatility.
You've effectively got a 4-guard set out there. Blossom game goes all over the place. So passing is something that they do well.
And he's muttering away again. He felt he was fouled, Tice.
Well, he was.
And here is Osman with a great move.
Off Kendrick Nunn and put him on Jerian Grant.
Here's Wenyan Gabriel throwing it down. There's 5 seconds for Kendrick Nunn. At the end of the first, can he make it a double-digit game? He can. Kendrick Nunn to think about things by his coach as back in comes Tice. Here's an offensive rebound for Panathinaikos and a tough finish for Nunn.
Even though they've got 4 offensive rebounds, there's no one crashing the basket right there.
There's Juancho finding the feed. Reset Nunn.
Well, he wants Diallo's on 2 fouls. Oh, he goes to the pull.
Oh, come on. He's going to go one-on-one with Kostas Sloukas. Recapᴴᴰ. Can he get it to a 7-8 point margin at the break? He can.
And they're making better decisions.
Plenty of ball movement. Maybe too much, but in the end it works out as Diallo can finish. He didn't last time. This time he's aware. He gets it away and he gets it to go and one. Wow. None in transition. Can kick it back for Brown. Alley-oop. Again, Recapᴴᴰ finishing it. Won't go, it's not been his night. Yeah, that free throw was one of only 4 points for him.
He's got time.
There's none.
And one.
And one.
The volume of 2-point shots. Panathinaikos attacking the rim. 21 made 2-point shots. Make that 22. You've got to be efficient on offense and put the ball in the hands of the players you want to shoot it.
Recapᴴᴰ is one of those, and that is why. Is it time for Kendrick Nunn to take over again? He's up against Mike James. What a move. And there he goes. Gives it to Jerry and Grant. He will penetrate. It is work for Nunn. For the three. You know the outcome. Even the ball wants to go to Kendrick Nunn. Grant for the long three.
It would be outrageous for it to be a double-digit lead. Kendrick Nunn says, I want more points.
Well, he hadn't had a dunk yet.
Yeah, well, there you go.
He thought he'd have one. He just passes it
See,
on to
look, that's Mr. Coffin, the Undertaker over here.
I was being positive.
Yet be Crvena Zvezda, although that's looking more and more unlikely. Duran Grant fading and finishing. A 40% three-point shooter, Jago, trying to edge his way down the baseline. Back out, ball movement Zvezda. Nedovic puts it on the floor and puts it in the bucket. And that will cool down the hot hands of Kendrick Nunn. Offensive rebound again for Panathinaikos, though. And Gabriel just volleys the ball into the bucket. Kendrick Nunn trying to shake off, get right to Sam Petrushev, puts it in. Money. Still so many twists and turns this regular season could take, even in the dying embers of it. Juancho, Hernan, Gomez. And that means they get 2 opportunities. And one of them would be at home in Belgrade. Kalinic puts it in to put them back ahead. Recapᴴᴰ. Here's Juancho. Juancho, another triple. Miller McIntyre. He puts up the shot. Miller McIntyre was telegraphed, it was short. 98-98, 29 for Nunn tonight. Another mid-air collision. Panathinaikos still trail. Juancho picks it off. Nunn picks up pace. Gabriel picks up the points. And Panathinaikos take the lead at the midway point of OT. Brings 2 defenders out. Wriggles away from Nedovic, no foul. Gabriel just bouncing the baseline and finishing through the contact again. The Greens lead by just 1. Kendrick Nunn looking to go all the way through. But right now they've just got a game to win. Nunn passes away from the double team. Sloukas kicks it out. Grant free for the 3. Perfect from Panathinaikos. Off left. Crvena Zvezda have poured their hearts and souls into this performance. But they fall just short against the defending champions in overtime.